control, Chris. I just wanted to throw my hat in the ring for when Mary decides that her boyfriend is too good for her. I think I'm just good enough for Mary. I just turned 31, so I'm young and spry still, and I kill bugs for a living, so I got that going for me, I guess. I am divorced, so wouldn't hurt to have another ex-wife in the future. Let me know.
Mary, Mary, why you bugging?
I had a buddy who always used to be like, always looking for the next Mrs. Norton or whatever he'd say. Always looking for the next ex-wife.
That's a Dr. Ian Malcolm line.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, that must be where he got it. That was a long time ago. But
No.
what a keeper, right?
The
I mean,
answer
when
is no.
somebody's like, I'm always looking for my next ex-wife.
Yeah, but when he's also like, when you decide that your boyfriend's too good for you, which is not going to happen.
Why?
Why would I be like, you're so good, I have to leave you?
It happens all the time.
I'm not going to do that.
People are consumed with the knowledge they don't deserve the person they're with. Now, most of us get over that. I got over it a long time ago.
Absolutely.
I mean, but
Well,
some people,
is it the other way ever? It's like, I'm too good for you. You got to beat it.
That's right.
Right.
Bill is traditionally too good for the people that he dates.
Mostly, yeah.
And it's only a
For
matter
sure.
of time.
That's exactly what it is.
It's only a matter of time before they realize that. But it usually culminates, for people who think that Bill might be a little cavalier with his relationships. You have to understand, these normally culminate in a girl on her knees, sobbing, begging him to not end things. If you've never seen a young girl in jeans with tears pooled around her knees, I mean, he's got hardwood floors. You have parquet floors up there in the 9th floor, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't have that. He's got to go and treat those panels. You can't have that.
I usually don't let him do it in the condo,
Right.
but,
Hey,
sometimes
hey,
it
no
happens.
Take
crying
it
in
out
the
into the
condo.
hallway, lady.
Let's try to keep that moisture in the bedroom, right?
They don't
You
like
get it?
We get it.
they don't like it to end.
You know better!
Yes, that happened. She was outside screaming. Please, Bill.
You know better!
What can I say?
Better than to tell me it's over, baby. I gotta fly.
What can I say?
I'm like Supertramp and Goodbye Stranger, baby. It's been nice.
I'm just very lovable.
Is that it?
Yes.
I mean,
What else could it be?
what else could it be?
Funny, lovable.
Mm.
You say that with such disdain.
I didn't have any disdain.
It's almost as though you immediately even dismiss the notion.
I didn't say that. I just said, is that it? I just questioned. I'm
Well,
just asking questions.
People are saying. All right, let's get to Terry the Goat's picks here.
Football all the way, football all the way. Yeah, I wouldn't say football all the way, football all the way, football all the way. Yeah, I wouldn't say football all the way.
It's an overcast day in Carlton, PA, but the bright spot is that Teri the Goat is going to return for season 4 of her NFL predictions. Teri was 97 and 92 last year and also picked the Super Bowl winner. So she'll be ready to go for another season.
Look at that.
We have placed the names of all 32 NFL teams on rocks, and these rocks will be placed in her feed bucket. We'll now pour the names of the 32 NFL teams into the feed bucket. Those teams that Teri believes will win the game will be placed in the winner's bucket in the center.
Teri has donned her NFL jersey, her Cleveland Browns jersey, and she is ready to go to the prediction station, and her predictions will be posted on Thursday.
Right, on Thursday. Thank you, Al. There's Al out in Marcinek Farms in Carlton, Pennsylvania. She gave me basically all but one game. Can you imagine if she had given me 15 games and the Browns weren't on there?
That'd be great.
Because she doesn't always pick the Browns game.
No, not
This week
always.
she did. Week 1, she's very excited. So get your betting pencils. Thursday Night Football, the whole season starts tonight. The Rams, your reigning Super Bowl champs, are hosting the Buffalo Bills out there at SoFi Stadium. Bill calls it Chargers Field. That's okay. Rams over the Bills. She picks the Atlanta Falcons over the Saints. She picks the Chicago Bears over Janine Garofalo and the San Francisco 49ers.
Suck up.
Oh, man, I'm so glad he didn't get traded here.
She picks the Bengals over the Steelers.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
All right, sir. She chooses the Detroit Lions over the Philadelphia Eagles. She chooses the Houston Texans over the Indianapolis Colts. No?
These are pretty bold predictions. A lot of them.
But isn't everybody 0-0 right now? I mean,
Yeah, but I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
there's teams that
but
are like
still.
the Texans are one of the worst teams in the league.
Oh, yeah?
But you never know.
Okay.
You never know.
You never do know, do you?
Especially going into week 1.
Right.
There can be a little magic.
She picks the Patriots over the Dolphins. New York Jets over the Ravens. Jets over anyone is usually,
Yeah, that's
you get a
usually-
chuckle.
Mhm.
Jacksonville Jaguars over the Washington Commanders. She picks the Raiders over the Chargers.
Ah, you stupid goat. Full stop.
The Minnesota Vikings over the Green Bay Packers. The Tennessee Titans over the New York Giants. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Dallas Cowboys. You know, that's America's team.
what I've heard.
And Monday Night Football, Seahawks Broncos. She chooses Seattle. That'll
Oh,
conclude
little
with-
revenge game there for Russell Wilson.
There
He's
you
not
go.
getting the revenge he wants.
That's right. And last but not least, the Cleveland Browns meet Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers this Sunday afternoon. Teri the Goat chooses the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
And there you have it.
Football all the way. Football all the way. Yeah, I wouldn't say. Football all the way. Football all the way. Football all the way. Yeah, I wouldn't say. Football all the way.
So there you have it. That's week 1. And we will get the picks from Teri every Thursday here on the show. And it all starts tonight. Bills at the Rams at SoFi Stadium. Right there at the corner of Touchdown Drive and Champions Way. Those are real streets. Maybe I'd remember Carnegie in Ontario if it was Grand Slam Drive and Champions Way. World Series Way. By the way, the game tonight is on NBC, but it's the only Thursday night football game you're going to see on network television because starting next week, they're on Prime Video.
The way God intended.
That's right. Amazon signed an 11-year, $13 billion deal that makes Amazon the exclusive home of Thursday night football for the next decade.
13
So,
billion.
they're putting all their chips on Thursday night football. They have Joe Buck now, too, Amazon? He went somewhere. I thought somebody went to Amazon.
I thought it was Al Michaels.
Al Michaels, maybe,
with,
yeah.
Kirk Herbstreit was doing the Amazon games, I think.
So next Thursday, the first regular season game on Amazon Prime is going to be the Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs next Thursday night and for the next 11 years. That's where your Thursday night football is going to be. The game tonight, I was reading that Ozzy is going to perform at the halftime.
Yeah, if he
What?
makes it that long. If he can stay awake.
What? I know he's got a new album out. His new album drops tomorrow.
He said he's never retiring. He's just going to keep on going until he can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I know. Good for him. Patient Number 9 is the new Ozzy. I'm hearing it's a lot of collabs on this album, but it's his 13th solo album.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, Ozzy tonight, halftime show, the Bills Rams game.
Watch a 73-year-old man daughter around the stage.
Well, listen, would that we could all live our lives as he has, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'd be a rock star your whole life. Why would you give it up? People are going to come see you. He did.
I don't have any problem with him. Like, I don't think he should give it up. I think it's a weird choice for the halftime show of the opening game.
I agree.
That's what I think is strange.
They did do, NFL conducted a wide-ranging survey of what America's favorite teams are. And you're not going to like a lot of them.
Let's hear him.
The Dallas Cowboys are America's favorite NFL team, but only by a slim margin.
We knew that.
Number 2 is
The Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears. Okay.
Yeah. The Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Those are your top 4 vote-getting teams.
I thought the Steelers would be second.
49ers and Giants. Those are your top teams. The very last teams getting 0% in the survey. Nobody, not even the fans in these cities. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans.
I always think about
Perhaps soon to be the Chicago Jaguars, if they get their way. You thought what?
I always think about with these football teams that no one really like. They're just put in a city to essentially just to make money, but they don't have a fan base. So do these people just go like, oh, I got some Jaguar. They hand them out at the Walmart or the Drug Mart or whatever, and you're like, oh, I got tickets to a Jaguars game. You want to go? Nah. Like, do they just pick them up randomly, or do they actually? Is it appointment watching?
For some people, the Jaguars have a small rabid fan base.
I was like dedicated,
but it's not a huge one. Yeah, they do all that stuff. But the Titans, that one surprised me because they love that team, and I feel like in Nashville and in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
That one was surprising.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think about my college football team, like the Zips, and how we were at football games where it was just like something to do. We were kids on campus. Why not go to a football game? But it's nothing like OSU when you can't find a ticket. Like, people are trying to buy tickets weeks and months in advance to go to an OSU game.
I feel bad for people who go to other schools in Ohio because, and I've said this to people who live in other places, or people who talk to me about Ohio. As I said, the strangest thing to me, or one of the strangest things to me, is the weight that Ohio State University carries.
It does.
Because most states have multiple schools that a lot of different people root for. My wife's from Michigan. You have the University of Michigan. My kids go to Michigan State. You have all these different, in Illinois, there's UIC, there's U of I, there's Northwestern, my alma mater, In Ohio, there are a lot of colleges. But whether you went there or not, everybody cares about Ohio State.
It's a cult, dude.
It's just strange. I think about people that, I bet people who go to other colleges root for Ohio State.
Yeah, they do. People at Toledo rooted for Ohio State because it's like,
It's
we're
bigger
only
than
going to get
anything,
so
yeah,
far.
yeah.
My friend-
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
Well, and when I travel, and I'm sure Bill's gotten this a ton too, when I travel for comedy, especially into like Michigan, I'll be like, oh, I'm from Ohio. And they'll be like, boo. And these are grown people booing me because of Ohio State.
No, I understand.
I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah, I
and I'm like,
understand.
yo, none of us went to these schools. What are you so upset about?
Yeah.
Like, none of it matters. People are weird about their college football, man.
It was weird.
It's very, like, especially because people like that didn't go to the school. But even if they whatever it is, I got one friend. She went to Ohio State, and she is so insane about watching the games and following it. And so for me, it's fun to just troll her and make fun of her for being super into it. But there is, if you watch those games, you see why people have fun there.
Yeah.
It's a huge experience.
One of the nights, this house that we were in this past weekend with a bunch of our friends, we were up in Elk Rapids, Michigan, which is way up there. It's up near Traverse City. And one of the nights after dinner, Gwen and Nora and I said, hey, let's get in the car. Let's go get some ice cream, right? So we went into what is downtown Elk Rapids. It's just like a little, antique stores and whatever.
Cute.
Yeah. And there's a couple of bars. And so we're walking by, and there's these 4 dudes standing outside this bar. And they clearly had a few. And it just seemed like they were trolling people. And the one guy is wearing an Ohio State sweatshirt. And we walk by, and he goes, OH.
Did he know you were from Ohio?
No, I think he was just trying to troll people.
Oh.
And I just went, ugh.
Oh, you didn't say
Walk by.
I
Hells no. Why would I do that?
Come
on.
Why?
Be a team player.
I didn't go there. What
So
team?
what?
I didn't go there.
What is the
I'm not
harm in
even
you saying
from
I
the
owe?
state. Why would I? Because he was clearly trying to troll people
Oh my God.
in Michigan. Way up in Michigan.
People do
Grand
that
Rapids, you can
everywhere
make please
They
stop.
do.
Not there, they don't.
to identify like Ohioans or Ohio people. Like they do it
But
everywhere.
then what?
I could have said IO and they could have taken me to the alley and beat the piss out of me for all I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
like they're looking for. Oh.
Well, they were trolling people, is what I'm saying, because you're way up north of Michigan. Ain't nobody up there an accidental Ohio State fan.
That's a Wolverines
Oh
country.
God, I just
No. Besides, it was more fun to be like, ugh,
I
grow
know.
up.
Like,
And they
it's
laughed, so I knew they were trolling. They all fell out. I was like, yeah, I know what you're doing. No, they didn't know. I mean, I'm walking around. They don't know where I live.
Might know if you had like a Cleveland shirt on or.
Pardon me.
You have MMS clothes,
I was not wearing an MMS shirt.
so I don't know.
So
Besides, a WMMS shirt is not a Cleveland shirt. WMMS shirt is a
Whoa,
nationally
whoa.
is a nationally recognized radio station
Okay.
that happens to be in
Nice
Cleveland,
cover.
Ohio. No, it's true. I knew about MMS my entire career. I didn't know anything about Cleveland. All I knew about Cleveland was WMMS. That's all a lot of people know about
So that's
Cleveland.
what I'm saying. Is if they say
Rock and Roll Hall of
WMMS
Fame,
show,
WMMS.
they were like, oh, he's from Ohio, obviously.
No, I did not. I would have put two and two together if that was the case. No, they were out there dicking around.
does any other state have like a identity like that, like an identifier?
The
OH.
stars at night are big and bright.
Yeah,
What's
and we love Connecticut.
That's it. Yeah.
Is that how it
it's-
goes?
Uh-huh.
No, that usually if you do that around someone in Texas, they join in and do the clap clap deep in the heart.
Ah,
Texas.
deep in the heart of Texas.
I didn't know that.
Dude, they played that. I forget where I was, but they played that Sloopy remix. Oh, it got me lit. I wanted to get drunk after that. I felt like I was at a football game.
Yeah, I mean, if you grow up marinated in it, like I understand the culture of it.
Ugh.
It's kind of that
chills.
way in Michigan with U of M, where people who didn't go there have no connection to it. I'm just saying it's not solely that.
You got the,
There are a lot of other schools that people root for, and but
Alabama.
oh, Roll Tide. Yeah,
That's
that,
what I mean.
that's-
They're crazy.
I know.
Alabama
That's
might
like
be
their first word.
crazier than Ohio State.
my dad went
Yeah.
to Auburn, so Alabama and Auburn. I mean, Crimson Tide and the Tigers.
I was
That
saying,
was
what does Roll Tide mean?
Crimson. They call
Exactly.
Alabama the Crimson Tide.
Because that was
Call me Deacon Blues.
there was a girl we were about to push out of the taxi when we were on spring break. We were in Panama City, and this drunk bitch, but she had huge boobs,
Drunk
like
bitch.
huge.
I'm
she,
listening.
she was. She
Bill's
was,
here for the sloppers.
as Rover would say, creamers. she got on in our cab, and she kept saying, "Roll Tide, Roll Tide." I was like, kick her out. Kick her out.
Yeah, but you didn't even know what she was talking about.
I
You
didn't know what
just-
she was talking about. She
right.
was just drunk and annoying.
Right.
But she was clearly
She's
from
having fun.
another college. She's like, "You guys from Ohio?" I'm like, "Oh." That was when I said, "Oh."
Why did she say that? Because you guys were sitting there talking about Ohio?
No, because my friend had an Indians hat,
I see.
and that was the same. That was the same place where I met the guy from Parma that I went home with.
This guy. Oh, my God.
Dude, this is like the gayest radio show ever anymore. Can Fruitcake go one segment without talking about tossing off or something sexual?
Please, sir, it's punch juice, all right? And he's a 30-year-old man.
And tossing off is not a gay thing.
No, it's not. And maybe, yeah, I don't know.
All the
Because
guys
you're
are-
gay, and when you do it, it makes it gay, according to this
The
guy.
every
apparently.
time you do it, you're gay now because you heard
That's
Cody does
right.
I do it to straight boys. So does that make it?
Don't cross the streams. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. You got to come down on a guy on his 30th birthday, for God's sake. Let him enjoy himself.
At least wait till this weekend.
Do French grip. Feels like somebody else.
What is that, upside down?
Or backwards, if that's, yeah. Tiki, tiki. That's what I like to do. I make that noise. Tiki, tiki, tiki.
That's my noise for everything.
You're
That's
the-
my noise for birds
the
walking.
fire starter?
Yeah.
You do that one?
Gross. I feel like that would take so long.
Oh, that's getting your wolf badge is what we call it right there. All right. Let me take a break and try to gay down the show for that guy, and then we'll return. If you want to say what?
All we did was talk about football.
I know.
This
That's
segment.
well, not enough for him. Let me get you. If you got text 35192, you can listen on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7
WMMS.